Hi everybody, it's Daniel Lam here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking a little bit about the financial stewardship as well as managing the finances with the society. So I'll begin with regards to my philosophy with regards to financial stewardship. I'll admit to the fact that right now I haven't had a chance to take a detailed look with regards to the financial controls as well as the various systems that's in place with the society yet. But obviously, once I become Secretary Treasurer, I will have a more detailed look with regards to the robustness associated with the system and then try to patch in any particular cracks that might be there. But first of all, you have to be able to understand, like trying to patch in the cracks or anything else or gaps, those are the simple things. The key thing is that we need leaders who have the right philosophy in place in order to be able to do the job. And for me, I believe that we really need a leader who is transparent, somebody who believes in with regards to accountability, somebody who believes in with regards to the fact that putting in the right measures in place. I'm somebody who actually believes in the phrase, absolute power corrupts. I believe that if you give an individual too much power, that their chances of abuse is significantly increased. So while I'm trying to become your next Secretary Treasurer, I think the fact that we have our audit committee, the fact that we have our standing finance committees, the fact that we have our staff looking through with regards to various expenses and so on, I think those are all excellent things. For me, I truly believe that the best system works when, as I mentioned earlier, that there is transparency, that there is accountability, that the powers is shared amongst the various leaders so that there's not one single individual that has too much power. Because as I said, I believe that absolute power corrupts, and I'm not looking for power here. I'm looking with regards to trying to deliver the best outcome for all of us in the union here. So moving on a little bit with regard to the various assets with the society, the question and answer section of the campaign package spoke a little bit to this as well too. The main pieces associated with the assets of the society includes Hydro One stocks, equity inside the Bruce Power Limited Partnership, real estate, as well as bonds, as well as publicly traded equities there. So Hydro One stocks. I'm the only candidate who is running from the Hydro One local, and being a Hydro One employee, having contacts inside Hydro One there, I do have a significant advantage over that of my competitors in order to be able to understand what is the state of Hydro One is in. Try not to use the word insider here, but as most people know, employees, especially officer of a corporation, are considered as insiders when it comes to the public equity side. So this is one thing that I do offer that is a huge advantage beyond that of my other three competitors there. Equity inside the Bruce Power Limited Partnership. One thing that I will definitely do with regards to if elected as Secretary Treasurer is that I will make sure that there is adequate representation as well as contribution as well as advice from the Bruce Power local on the standing finance committees so that we can best move forward with regards to decisions related to the Bruce Power Limited Partnership there. Public equities as well as bonds. Right now, from what I understand, is that currently the society is working with a banker in order to pick specific investments to hold in public equities. There's several concerns with regards to this particular approach. First of all, unlike some of our investment equity funds that's out there, our disclosure requirements right now, we do not have a full disclosure as it relates to what are the largest equity holdings that the society is investing in. Furthermore, when it comes to working with a particular banker there, we really have to be careful, because trying to cherry pick stocks in order to beat market rate of return, it is very, very difficult. And also we have to be careful with regards to the bankers that we are working with. Do they have a conflict of interest there? Are they advising on specific type of investments because the fees are higher for them than it is versus other investments in there as well too? My approach as it relates to the investments with regards to public equities is that I think it is best if we have one of two approaches. We can either get fee-based advisors that only works off of a flat rate and they don't help us with regards to directly administering the investments so that the possibility of a conflict of interest is lowered. Or the other possible approach, which has been advised on by a lot of people inside the investment world, is to consider low-cost index funds as well. I'm going to need to do a little bit more deep dive later on if elected to the role in order to be able to advise what is the best approach here. The last piece of asset that I haven't talked about is real estate. I actually have had a very, very extensive experience with regards to real estate property management as it relates to dealing with issues with regards to tenants, dealing with developers, dealing with regards to appreciation, as well as going through the appraisal process associated with real estate, and can honestly say that I know a lot about real estate. So if you guys have any questions about real estate, please feel free to get in touch with me as well too. So the last piece that comes with regards to safeguarding the financial assets associated with society is dealing with expenses and expenditures. I know that long time ago when it comes to expenses related to the society, when somebody needed to submit an expense, they only have to provide the credit slip that outlines that there was a payment made to a specific vendor related to an expense. There was no requirements as it relates to an itemized breakdown receipt. More recently, our financial policies, great job to Michelle, that has already cleaned that out. So that was one area of improvement that exists in there. In my role as a senior business analyst with Hydro Wonder, part of my job was with regards to generating monthly expense reports and then providing them to the various senior managers and then reviewing it with the senior managers in order to be able to make sure that they understand where they stand financially, as well as if there is areas where the expenses are higher than originally forecasted, then I'll work with that particular manager in order for them to be able to find ways with regards to seeing if this is actually reasonable or not, or what they can do with regards to minimizing these particular expenses there. So aside from just coming up with a budget, oversight, reporting, as well as having actually, I would say, a difficult conversation at times with regards to working with other people in order to be able to have these, I appreciate with regards to the fact that the money that the union holds, it's not my money, it's not the union's leadership money. It's money that we are holding for the members in order to be able to deliver the best outcomes as well as the best services for you as the members there. And hopefully this video would have given you some insights into my way of approaching the role of treasurer. And if you have any questions there, once again, please don't hesitate. Feel free to reach out. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good one.